behalf of the Big Iron Committee, we want to reward you with Best in Show for first place.
What?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is so cool. You guys are so humbled and honored.
Where do you want us? Where do you want us?
Over here.
Over here. Congratulations.
You know what? I don't know what's better, the donuts or the plaque. All right, so you just got a taste of an award we just got. Best in Show. Incredible honor. What makes this Best in Show? Let's take a look. Let's see if you agree on our presentation. And it's also who we are, they said. It's how we carry ourselves, how we communicate, market, and certainly want to talk to you if you're coming up to our booth. But take a look at the booth and comment below. What do you think of this thing? What could we have done better? That's always good to hear too. Be kind though. Inside of here, we've got our main table with some planter parts, some planter displays. If you got a planter, you want to tighten up your parallel arms, or you want good discs, you want good gauge wheel arms, we got those. And we've been doing apparel this year. So we did a mailer to all of our current customers in the region. If you didn't get one and you are one, boy, we'd want to know and make sure we got your address right. But we announced the big news. Come on over to Big Iron, see the new Spyder Drill, and get some swag. Here's your options here. Got the blacks with between Case and John Deere. Keep on farming in blue. Seeding is believing, some of the charcoal gray. And then seeding. Both hoodies and t-shirts. And then here's our earth tone hats. I wear them both. I like them both. A lot of guys like to sport them with different colors you're wearing. Here's the John Deere row unit that a lot of you have already seen, and a lot of you got the parts on already. If you guys want a conversion, having that drill's row units on your John Deere, well, look no further. You can do it right here. We've got that same style opener setup. Keep your spring assembly or downforce. Keep your mounts. Bolt this guy up. You've got it right there. Here's a new Pro Series SFP row. We're showing the wing that's on here. You have to stick with a 18-inch disc because of this wing. You can't put a bigger disc on, which is a real bummer. But this does seal in anhydrous a lot better. This one's a Horsch Avatar row unit. We got disc for those, the standard round, and then the 30-point ones as well. And then the red and blue machines, you got the Case IH SDX machine. A lot of guys are interested in the old style depth control, as shown here. It's a favorite. Actually, that's why we came out with it, because guys told us you've got to get that back on the market. Case discontinued this, but guys really like this style, this design. It's a lot more positive locking, easier to adjust. It's not that lever lock thing that just seems to have a lot of problems. Of course, the pivots, we got the new arm, new angle here, better closing. The bearings in the arm last for a long time. You got wheel options, good discs, scrapers. We do a better scraper on these. More hard surfacing, lasts longer, good base material.
Yep.
And then stainless steel seed tubes. A lot of times these tubes are getting shoved into the disc and wearing through, or they're getting corroded. Keep your tabs up. We got stainless tubes here if you need it. And then we're fixing these front mounts here. They get egg-shaped, slopped out. We're doing that new. And in case you didn't know, the John Deere's got all the solutions out there from us. The main pins all the way back to the seed delivery area. We've even got our own boot here that's a great value. We got options on seat tabs, different materials, whether you want it more flexible or more stiffer to firm. Disc options, good firming wheels, good closing wheels, good gauge wheels, whether you want the urethane or the rubber tire. You won't find a heavier duty cast hub. We've got bolts in between the hubs. We got 3-spoke rims, 3-bolt spoke rims. We got caps. We got good bearings in there. And for good measure, we've got these backer plates in here. These really stiffen and distribute the load that these rims will experience so that these rims don't break out. The tried and true blockage system. Been around for like 1 year more than my company, so I've been around for 13 years. 14 years already. This has been out there and been a top seller. Incredible system. Most guys say this is the best investment they've done, the best purchase they've made for their seeder. You got to know the products coming out. It's not the troublesome one. It is the good one. It's a Recon Wireless Blockage, Recon Plus. It's a good system. If you don't have it yet, make sure you get in touch with us. You're going to want it. If you happen to be the guy that needs the big wheel because you've got a Case IH or New Holland 18-inch gauge wheel, this is the one. We've got it in stock, and it's probably $100, maybe even less than or more than $100 off of what Case would charge or New Holland. Great design. This one's a 4-spoke. You can't even get a spoked wheel from the factory, from the dealer. Look at all this reinforcement though. You're not going to have hub failures here. You're not going to have rim failures, and a great value there. If you do need solid, we got the cast hubs here. That's an industry exclusive. Solid wheel, cast hub, good to go. Here's the K-Hart opener that's represented on this machine. So not only can you look at it under here, but you can look at it right here. So we've got obviously some great stainless solutions here. This is the for the case Flexi-coil. And then here's your John Deere setup. Great options for double shoot and singles. Another highlight of the manifold system and blockage. Stainless steel manifolds, Recon blockage. And don't forget the tank scales. Here's showing you a picture of it. The red represents the load cells. The green represents the components we supply. So you can tell it's pretty involved. It's a lot more than, oh, hey, just throw some load cells in there. The clear stuff is the existing frame. So we even change out the center section. We unbolt the Deere one, throw that away, and we put in our version. And here's that up close. Load cells here, guys. The top subframe, superstructure, whatever you want to call it. Here's our latest and greatest hydraulic drive. The V2, I think we're calling it. It's got a great speed encoder, much more fine reading, a lot more accuracy. Great for low rates. It's going to do a lot better job. Even if you have the old style, the version 1, get that speed encoder kit. It's going to do a better job for you if you're having any issues at all. Full stainless steel underneath. This one happens to be an 8-run single shoot because it might be going with this drill when this thing sells. A lot of people ask me, how big is this thing? This thing is huge. Well, it's 60 feet. Most people are surprised by that. It seems like it's bigger, maybe in the 70s. They do make a 74-foot option. So if you need big, you need to get some stuff done, we can get you a 74-footer. They're talking about 6 to 8 horsepower per foot. We just did a podcast on all these questions and all these things that we commonly get asked. And so listen to that. Kevin and I did a podcast. It's got a lot of great info if you need to hear more about the frame, about the openers. But look at this frame. This is some heavy duty iron. A cool feature of the frame that is unique to this machine is the position sensor of the rotating hitch, the steerable hitch. What this is allowing then is if you're drifting in a field, all you 1895 owners out there, your 2-rank machines with MRBs, FFPs, these are called IRCs, the mid-row banders. And you're going on a side hill, you're getting a little draft, it's drifting and you're burning every other seed row. So that's no good. Well, this counteracts that. It counter steers and it keeps you more lined up. So that's a pretty good feature there. Huge transport tires. Great for flotation, great for transport. Not going to have those tire and hub and wheel issues. The unique fold design here, guys, the M fold or the Spyder configuration, it does allow for narrower transport. We're just over 18 feet transporting. Not a bad width. You can get through a lot of stuff in under 19 feet. You get to over the 20-some feet mark where a lot of these drills are and you start to struggle. Another cool thing is even though you're 18 and a half feet or so, you're actually narrower right at this point. You're a little wider up high, but you're narrower down here. So if you got that guardrail you got to get by, this could probably get you through. On this drill, they're not messing around. We're doing stainless steel on the seed delivery systems. So that's including the manifolds here, or sorry, the couplers. These are the couplers all in stainless steel. We got to have some hose, some tubes for flex, but then wherever it's not straight, we're doing some stainless bends here. This is for the hinging part. Again, we try to do straights. We do stainless steel wherever we can. You'll notice here that the J-tube is also stainless steel. That is a painted stainless steel head with the wireless blockage system, Recon blockage system. We've got a lot of those out there, and I gotta tell you guys about this. This thing has something called a service mode, and it was intended to allow you to get to the row units easier, but it has another benefit, and I'll get to that after I talk about what it does. So what this does is this rank here moves forward and is farther forward, so when it's in seating position, these are pretty close together. But if you need to access this row, let's say you need to adjust the depth, which is through these, you can get this rank out of the way. So you can actually get through here. I mean, look, sure, there's hoses here, but I'm generally walking through here, standing up, or I'm able to crouch down and get through here pretty easily. Just got to move some hoses out of the way. It's very reasonable compared to, other green and red machines out there, not to mention any names. You can also move it back forward. You can obviously get awesome access here. Here's the other benefit that maybe they didn't know was going to be a benefit until it happened, was in some conditions, we've got issues with trash that doesn't hold into the soil. Let's say it's certain thistle, Canadian thistle out in Montana, or even rocks can cause an issue where something is getting dislodged by the front rank and it's maybe moving them or kicking them up, and it's wanting to build up between the ranks. If this rank was farther forward, there's not as much clearance right here. So you can bump that into service mode, move it back, and it gives that clearance and allows you to flow so that you can get through those difficult situations, which has actually caused or allowed some farmers to keep on seeding instead of constantly getting out and unplugging it. And we're talking, it could have been a certain weed that dislodged in the field and acted like tumbleweeds and blew up into big piles. And when they ran over it, it's just like this massive pile of weeds, and they're trying to get through it. Well, when they separated these ranks more, they could get through it. So that's a really cool benefit. And then a lot of guys want to know, what's up with the double disc? So it's a double disc, but it's still a no-till. So this bigger disc is 17 inches new, and that is doing the heavy lifting of the opening. So it's opening the ground, it's cutting that trash, slicing into that residue, and creating that furrow initially. And then this smaller disc, I believe is 15 new, is also rotating, but it's rotating at a different speed. So if I was to do a better job of showing this, you can tell, I can even feel it on my palm, how this one is rotating faster than this one. And what that's doing is it's causing a cutting action. So this is like a rotating scraper blade, and it's actually allowing it to cut, slice, shear that residue that's coming in here. And that's a big benefit on the reduced hairpinning. Some guys ask, well, like, man, that's another set of discs to maintain. Well, that one doesn't wear as much. And this is cool. You really never need to buy another disc for that small one, because here's what you do. This big one starts at 17. By the time it's small and you need to replace it, I don't know if it'd be 15 or somewhere a little bit above that, you just put it on the backside, put it on the small one, and now you've got a fresh one there. You've got a fresh one on your big one, and you only bought one disc. So you can keep just swapping the big one that's now small to the small side, and it's great. Other features of the row, super simple. You do have a parallel link, so the seed delivery is consistent as it goes through the contours. The settings, depth setting is right here. This is depth and packing, this tire here, this wheel. You're popping it over, you're moving it. It is fast. Look at that. And you're getting that depth setting set quick. This in the field is coming up and just staying locked up there, pushed up against there. So simple. You don't have all these arms and these pivots and everything wearing out with springs. You got the one spring here. You have downforce settings here, and we can adjust to your needs. This walking leg's pretty cool. I touched on that earlier, but look at this. This thing will actually pull straight when you get it in the ground, and it'll go where it needs to go. It can handle a little bit of turning, which is a big benefit. And I've even heard from guys out in Montana with all the rocks, like Tony Fast, when he demoed it, Fast Ag, it'll walk around rocks. Crazy. The hubs are greaseless. The old version, you may see the grease work on this, but they came out with maintenance-free hubs, mandatory. Definitely agree with that. Maintenance-free hubs, your only grease work is on this walking leg. It's every 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours or so. And that's just to keep that free and not seizing up there. So real nice, simple design. You've got your scraper in the back there, keeping those insides of the disc clean. I hear that because of the way this works, the way this pulls in the field, you're gonna have videos about it. So we've got a video already of when Jesse and Chuck, they went out and saw a demo out near the Minot area. And then we're gonna be running a bunch of demos in the future as well, all around the area. So if you're in the Dakotas, Montana, if you're in Oklahoma, Kansas, even Nebraska, Colorado, and you think this could work for you, make us prove it. Take a look closer and let's set up a demo.
Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up on all the fresh content posted weekly, which includes helpful tips and tricks, new products, and various adventures. Also, make sure you check out Reddy's website to shop our performance air seeder solutions.